Welcome back. We are thoroughly in Lurf territory tonight, so there's
all the
no
Lurf
need to
deep
even
in
pretend
Lurf.
otherwise.
Goodness.
Dude, we're so deep in Lurf, bro.
Yeah, we're Lurfing it pretty hardcore this evening. So, welcome back. It's been a long time. It's been a while since I've seen y'all. Your beautiful faces.
Oh.
How have you been in the last 5 minutes? I'm just curious.
Staying beautiful.
Shredder.
I just sat here. and stared off into the distance, just blank stare.
I got
Really?
up and went
Deep
and petted
thoughts?
my dogs and
No
stuff.
thoughts, head empty.
Okay, well.
Some people
What an
work
interesting
their
life
whole
you lead.
lives to get that level of mental clarity.
Level of
That's-
zen.
Dude, that's what you call Zen. You know what I'm saying?
I went and meditated at a Buddhist shrine the other day, and it was
Hell yeah.
really,
Really?
really cool. Yeah,
There's a Buddhist shrine.
well, it's
around here?
sort of no, it's a private.
It's not really be a shrine anyway,
Yeah.
right? It'd be like more of a-
So,
It's a
like,
private.
what I mean is I went out to my shed and smoked some weed next to a
Listen.
little Buddha, you know, like...
Okay,
Next to my tiny
I'll have
brass
you know,
Buddha statue.
I don't have a Buddha statue.
It's a chia
Yet.
pet, thank you very much.
Yet.
Yet.
But I did do all of those other things. Yes, I do.
Do you remember chia pets?
Yes,
Of course.
Remember, like they went somewhere.
Do they they still make chia
still
I'm
pets?
pretty sure
Yeah,
they
they
still
still
make
make
chia
them.
pets.
At Dragon Con, I saw somebody dressed as the Bob Ross Chia Pet.
That's amazing.
Very nice.
Nice.
You see chia pets in the as seen on TV section of like
Yeah.
dollar stores.
Yeah.
now.
They're still out there, you know, props to them. They survived
Apparently,
coming
it's
out of
not
the TV infomercials, you know.
it's not an
Oh my God.
unprofitable business model.
They got an Ice Spice chia pet.
Oh,
bro.
that's what you need right there. Ice
Dude.
Spice chia pet.
I mean, that makes sense.
There's
They
a
got a ghost face chia pet from Scream, bro.
there's a girl that
Oh,
I
I
follow.
thought you meant Ghostface Killer.
That's what I was thinking. Thank you, Heath.
Going
Yeah,
a
that's what
totally
I was
different way.
thinking.
Yeah.
Follow this girl on Instagram that does just a bunch of random crazy projects. Like she turned her car into a Pikachu, and she has done.
Is it a Volkswagen Bug?
It's something.
Like
You
that?
know,
It's actually a Hummer.
curvy. It's not. It's
full
not.
sized Hummer.
It's not a Hummer.
It's
But
a
one
Nissan Armada.
one thing that she did is she covered a toilet and she made a toilet into a chia pet.
Dude,
She made
they
a
got
chia turlet.
She made a chia
They got a
toilet.
Willie Nelson chia pet that like the braids are the green.
About it.
Oh, that's great.
About it.
Dude, I'm getting a chia pet. They got so many, dude.
It was all
They
a
have
joke
so
until
many.
now.
Until now.
Hey, Heath, they got a Bernie Sanders chia pet, bro.
Oh,
I mean, that'd be the one. That or Ghostface Killer.
Is it the one?
I don't think
They
there
got a-
is a ghost face killer though.
They got a Chucky one though. Child's Play Chucky,
I
bro.
don't know. I think I'd probably pass on the Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero interest.
It's pretty scary.
It's
Yeah.
pretty scary.
I did not know that. Still think I remember those commercials like so well.
Pet Rock,
Chucky or
I
for
think,
chia pets?
maybe died off. Pet
What?
Rock died. But Chia
You remember
Pets.
the commercials for Chucky or for chia pets?
For Chia Pet, dude.
Oh.
There was commercials for Chucky.
Probably.
When the movie came out, I'm sure there were.
Well, yeah, there's trailers. I'm talking about, like, look, am I the only one old enough to remember
The-
infomercials
yeah.
like that? You watch them like they
No,
were a damn
not at
show?
all the old
Okay,
only
yeah,
way
yeah.
was
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like
When I
Chia
was
Pet
like
had his-
5, I remember.
Listen, shut up.
Damn,
Respectfully, with all the
Yeah.
love in my heart, shut up.
shut the fuck up. Oh,
I
dude, they
remember
got
at my
all the Golden
mama's
Girls.
on Sunday.
All the Golden Girls.
All the Golden Girls.
Of
You
Is
can
it
course.
choose
all the
so-
Golden Girls as
Absolutely.
one chia pet? Or is it
Oh, no.
two separate
You get-
chia pets?
They're separate.
They're milking you because you can't just get one Golden Girl. You got to get them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so dude, you got to get your Blanche, you got to
get
get your Dorothy, you got to get your Rose, you got to get your Sophia.
I was gonna
man.
say
Like,
if you could get one, and it would be the Betty White one. Like I would like to have just that one.
Then you just say it's
Do you
my
know-
Betty White Chia Pet.
nobody give him the answer. Heath, don't look this up either. Do you know the name? Which Golden Girl Betty White played? What's her name? Which
I
one's
don't
hers?
remember. That's my grandma's jam, not mine.
You're missing out. One, because the Golden Girls is a
Is
treasure.
it
Is
Sophia?
Blanche the hoe bag?
Yeah.
Which one's
Yes.
the hoe?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blanche is the hoe.
I love Blanche.
Sophia's the little old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's also the youngest
Yeah.
actress.
Which is
by the way.
wild.
That's funny.
Yeah. So Rose is Betty White's
Rose, okay.
characters. Yeah. And they did her dirty. I gotta say, the little bust they got of Rose.
They didn't do a very good job.
No, dude, they did her dirty. All the rest looked pretty good, but Rose, man, they could have done better for Betty White, man. They could have done better for Betty White.
Just rude.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. All right. Well, that's my Chia Pet diversion there. I did not know this was still a thing.
Cool.
Well, I mean, you learn something every day, man. You never stop learning. When you do, it's time to die, I think.
God damn.
Shit.
It's never too late to start getting into more old person hobbies.
Right.
Yeah. Like
Have you considered
rewatching all the
woodworking?
Golden Girls and getting Chia Pet.
Y'all, have you ever watched the show Gardener's World?
No, I've never heard of it.
It's
never
like
heard of it.
basically the Great British Bake Off, but for gardening, and they like
It's a
take
great British
you.
Bake Off, but it takes a really long time.
One season every 3 years.
No, it's a weekly show.
How?
No, it's one
How the
season
fuck?
per season, Adam.
I'm a.
Okay, Josh.
er,
I'm just going to say okay.
I see where
You're
you were
right.
trying to go with that one.
It has
he's
35
right, he's right.
seasons or something. It's
What?
crazy.
How? One,
It's
I have questions.
weekly.
How is it weekly?
I
Who grows a plant in a week?
no no
They're
no no
growing
no.
chia pets. It's
Oh.
only chia
No,
pets.
see, that's the power of
There it is. There it is.
It's a very niche gardening show.
Son of a bitch. You got me. Oh man. No, it's
Nailed
like
it.
they take you through having a garden. Like every week there's something new to do. So they focus on
Oh,
a
I see.
different
So it's like not like who's growing the best azaleas this week. It's like
I mean it is sort
Here-
of. Because
well, the first week has got to be who tilled their soil the best, right? Like
I've only seen one
You
episode.
haven't even watched this show.
I've seen one episode, but it was
I
enough.
almost spilled my beer.
What did they
my
do in the
disgust.
one episode, though?
So they have the one guy that is like the main host, right? And it's his garden, and he goes through and he talks through, like, okay, well, it's April or whatever, so it's time to do this plant, and it's time to do this thing around the garden. And next, we're going to check in with so and so over in such and such, and it goes to like somebody else's garden, and it's like a tour, and they show off their stuff. And they give you tips and tricks and stuff. And it's all in like the sweetest little old people, British voices.
So it's not a competition.
No, it's very much like chill.
So it's not like the British Bake Off at all, other
It's,
than being British.
it's the British version of Cribs, MTV Cribs.
a little, yeah.
But it's like super boring and demure. Very
Not
British.
boring. I was sitting there going, oh my God, I'm learning so much and this is adorable. It's a good show.
Yeah, I bet it is really adorable, but I had this vision in my mind because of what you chose to compare it to, that it was a weekly competition, and I was just wondering
Because
how
that's
that
what the
would
Great
work.
British Bake Off is.
Well,
Right.
even the, I guess.
Have you seen that show, Emily?
Yes, and I love it. And
Okay.
like, because it's not a competition, you know what I'm saying? They're not mean. They're just like,
Yeah, but it's still a competition.
it is, but it's not like
They're
the
really nice to
typical
each other and they help
American.
No, that's why it's called the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah, because it's
Well, I'm
decidedly
done.
not
I'm
American.
done. I've said
You
all
can tell
I'm
me-
going to say.
You can tell me to stuff a chia pet in my mouth, Emily. I understand.
Like, respectfully, with all the love in my heart, Adam.
I need you to put a blanch in your mouth,
Chia
bro.
pet in your mouth.
Yeah, suck on a chia pet, dude. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I've had one beer, so I'm mean now, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Daddy,
mean,
Chia Pet me.
Oh man,
For some reason, Gadrick has a chia pet in his.
He's
Of
got a
course
big
he
of course he does.
Chia Pet.
Yeah.
oh, well, there you go.
Who's to say?
You
We'll
want a chia
find
pet?
out, I
I'll get
guess.
you a
Josh
chia
is just
pet.
like,
It's
who's to say I
built-
don't?
It's
Yeah.
built in.
You don't know.
Fuck around and
You don't know
find
what's
out.
in these cheeks,
You don't know
man.
what's in these cheeks of Holden. It's
Bushes.
like he just has like a
beans,
portal
chia
inside
pet.
of his cheeks.
Yeah,
It just,
yes.
just produces
It's like
whatever.
a null space cargo hold.
Yeah,
He got-
the
like, he
entire drift
reverse
crisis
engineered-
is
Yeah.
the entire drift crisis is happening in Gadrick's mouth.
The universe.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's the big reveal.
All right.
I hope you guys are ready for it.
All right. Let's play Starfinder. Let's
All
get
right, let's
into
do
it.
it.
Last time, Tia, you opened the room to the power bay.
I did.
As I said, you saw all these glowing power cells. You should see those represented on the map as well.
They look pretty
Again,
cool.
Yeah,
you get
this
the
room looks pretty
smell
nuclear.
of like seaweed and ozone coming from these power cells, which is kind of strange. Now, the water in this room,
Funny enough, that's what Emily's lunch tasted like today.
It's what it will taste like when it gets here because I
That's what you
ordered
Okay.
poke.
All right, yeah. See, we didn't know zone. Sorry, go ahead.
anyway, the water level, however, is it's gonna be it's gonna be difficult terrain in here, and your movement speed is going to be reduced by 5 feet. The water level is filling up, so at the end of this round, the water level is going to equalize out into the hallway.
So it'll go down before it goes up.
Yeah, but the hallway is going to start taking water.
Yeah,
and
the
all
hallway's
the
gonna
open
take-
doors
yeah.
that you have will then start also taking water too.
Don't worry about the doors, he said. The doors are fine. We're taking the doors off out of play.
Man,
Don't worry
I
about it.
told you the situation, man, okay? So that's all of your rounds. That's it. That's,
I opened the door.
Yeah, you
That
open
was
the
my
door.
last action.
Morgan, it's your turn.
Man, shoot, bud. Morgan's just gonna come up there and get not directly behind, because
Get in there. Fix the power cord.
I can't. I don't know how to do that.
Two left thumbs over here. You know?
I couldn't. I really am not sure. Cause like, how much space is in there, Tia? Like, is it?
Good. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how long it is because I can't see that far, but like, it's the opposite wall from me is 15 feet.
Okay.
And then I can see it extends from the middle point 15 feet up, so I'm presuming another 15 feet to the south.
There's not other people in the room.
I don't see any.
Okay.
With
I'll say
With squeezing and everything, I don't think that I have enough movement to get through there anyways.
wow.
I think I just need to like stay out here.
You could close. Well,
No.
you gotta get- Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well, I can go back up there by the door
close it.
and close it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Ready in action to close it behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that take a
behind Vincent.
movement to ready in action?
No,
Or
it
am I
doesn't-
thinking of
no.
Pathfinder stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I will
You
do
can do
that
that.
as
Once
soon as
Vincent-
Gaddy's through. I mean, Vincent.
As soon as Vincent's through, we're closing that door.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Speaking of Vincent, you want to go through that door?
So Vincent is going to use his 20 feet to get through past the door and catch up with the rest of the crew. You know.
Okay, Morgan, that triggers your action. You'll close the door behind him.
What I miss?
Water coming for you.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Jesus.
Captain, why?
I've read a book on exposure therapy. Just let me cook.
Let me cook.
It's malicious,
Let me
sentient
cook.
water.
It's coming for your lungs, particularly.
I
You're the
knew.
shortest of it. You'll
Yeah.
drown first.
That's
I'll
the way
say
to
this
do it,
with
I
all
guess,
respect.
yeah.
Will you please shut the fuck up, kid?
Yeah, yes, I'll put a chip head in my mouth.
Please.
Gonna just like drown you. Just full exposure therapy. What is dead man?
I just want to have my abyss moment, you know, where I'm, come back, you can't die. Nobody seen that movie? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have.
Cool. All right.
Okay. Vincent, anything else for you?
Not really anything else I can do.
Gaddy?
Gaddy's gonna move up, and then let's see, I'm 20 feet. I guess move my full 30 and see this room
dang.
full of green, what look like batteries or power cells.
Yep, that's what they are.
Nailed it.
That's what they are. Is that just your movement?
Yeah, that was a 30 feet movement. I've still got 10 more feet of movement, but just to look around real quick, what do I see as far as what's wrong?
Okay, so you can. There's a couple of checks you can roll, actually. You can roll a mysticism or an engineering on the power cells if you want to learn more about them.
Oh, is that it?
You can also roll a perception check.
I'm just going to do an engineering, I guess. Okay. That is an 8 on the die for a 22.
22. Okay, so you can tell that these are hybrid power cells. A quick glance and that smell of seaweed, you get kind of a realization that the company is manufacturing these hybrid power cells specifically from... Do you remember when you came in and you saw some like kind of magical seaweed looking shit? It appears that they're harvesting this seaweed to create these hybrid techno-magical power cells. Each of these have an output equal to several ultra-capacity batteries. However, they're too large and bulky to be adapted for any kind of weapons, armor, most other equipment. If you removed one of these power cells, each of them weighs about 12 bulk and can be sold for about 3,000 credits each.
That's a lot of
A
bulk.
lot of bulk, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
They're
assuming that
rather
we
large.
could shuttle them off somewhere. It would be neat if we end up dismantling this place, but it's neither here nor there. So what's, I guess it'd be a perception to try and figure out what's wrong with them?
Yeah, well, that's going to take another action, I believe, in this situation.
You can take the salvage crew out of the corporation.
Yeah.
We still like junk.
Because the perception check comes with other things as well.
Sure.
if you want to do that.
Sure. Well, yeah, I guess that's it then.
Okay, Roland.
I'm actually going to let the crew handle this one because this is definitely outside of his wheelhouse, and he is going to actually legitimately take a step back, a few steps back, and turn to Vincent and say, "All right, exposure therapy aside, there is water coming in, but you are going to be okay. You have protective equipment. You'll be able to breathe. Please don't stress. I'm right here next to you."
Okay. And right on cue, at the beginning of the next round, the water level in the battery room is
Hold
rising.
my paw. The water's
Okay,
coming.
and then starts spilling over into that hallway. The water level in the battery room is still 2, right? So we're still looking at difficult terrain, minus 5 feet movement speed. The water level in the first room is at 1, so it will count as difficult terrain. Tia, you have a full round of actions. Gadrick would have relayed his information, I'm sure, about the nature of these power cells.
Yep.
Have Tia rewind it one turn and yell out to the captain, bull rush me into the room. Save me 10 feet of movement.
All right. Tia,
No, I'm kidding.
need you to roll a perception check.
Okay. Not great at it, but I'll do it.
If you have an inspiration, I suggest you use it.
I got a few.
You're going to want to pass this perception check.
Okay.
Getting a sneaking suspicion that that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's the case that I need to pass it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what is my bonus? Is plus 5.
+15.
Plus 15, yeah. Just say it's plus 15.
Just tell me it's plus 15.
Okay, I rolled a 19 on my dirty 30.
Okay.
So I got a 24 total.
Okay. All right. So Tia, as you're looking around and you're assessing the situation, you can tell that one of the power cells, which is a little higher up on the wall, it isn't properly seated in its housing, which is kind of exposing this incomplete circuit. You know that once the water level reaches that circuit, it's going to shock everybody.
Right.
Everybody that's touching water. Okay?
Well, let me fix that.
So, you can try to fix it.
Yeah.
I need you to roll an engineering check, and the results
Where
of
I'm
this
at, or
check
do I
are
need
going to
to move
determine.
in?
Huh?
Do I need to
Or you're
move
going to need to
in?
be in the room.
Yeah, like, is there one in particular I'm supposed to go to?
If you just go in that room, big dog, we'll call that good enough, okay?
All right.
I need you to roll an engineering check, the results of which will determine how long it takes you to fix this.
26.
26. Okay.
Exactly Midland for me.
Well, it's good enough. You notice this danger, right? You see, okay, this is a problem. You're putting two together. If I don't fix this quickly, I'm going to get shocked. The rest of my party's going to get shocked. Who knows what's going to happen to all these power cells and all the power in this station. So, Tia, very, very carefully, you are able to seat the battery in its housing, and you're able to complete that circuit. Okay, you can feel like the power, the green glow of these batteries starts glowing brighter. That the base is getting its full power, which, from what Zivix told you, will be enough for you to repair that pump and getting the pump working at full capacity. Okay?
Okay.
Crisis averted. However, every move, every round that you spend in this room, the water is going to keep coming in.
Okay.
Okay? So,
You guys feel that? You feel the power of the machinery?
that is your turn.
The power of seaweed.
Man,
Morgan.
I feel it in my plums.
Your turn. Your turn.
We gotta get to the pumps.
So that's the objective. Get to the pumps.
Yeah,
Get to the pumps.
So go into
That's the objective.
Go into the
Moon room.
moon room.
All right, Morgan will. Can I? Excuse me, Captain. I'm just gonna.
Oh yes,
reach
right,
past.
right here. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to share the
Right here.
space. And,
Oh,
and
not
open
there.
that
Oh,
door.
Sorry. Yeah. Shit. Can
Just
I
banged
perceive it?
Who's to say we haven't?
Yeah. You don't
The
know.
door?
You don't know. Yeah.
Well, you've been to the other side of the door.
Okay, I couldn't remember,
Yep.
and I do it again.
Okay.
I go
and
in.
it leads you into the familiar moon pool where you entered the base.
The pumps are not in here, right?
Zivix
they're
told
gonna
you
be
it's
in
through a
the-
door to the north of the
This door here.
All right.
north of the moon pool.
I can't do anything, but I will get next to the door.
Get close to the
Gosh
door.
darn it.
I like it. Okay.
That's it.
All right, Vincent.
All right. Vincent's
you.
going to go ahead and make his 20 feet. And you know what? I'll go ahead and make another 20 feet and just get that perception check out of the way.
Okay. On the door?
Yes.
Sure thing.
At 11.
Okay, the door seems fine.
You'll seem fine to me, Morgie.
All right. Gadrick. Good play, Vincent.
Yep.
Did you want to open the door? Excuse me, did you want
Can't.
to?
Yeah.
Can't. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So does anything else need to be done in this room, or should I go to?
Y'all are gonna really want to close the doors. You know?
Yeah, I guess I'll close the door behind. Tell you what should I? Do I need? I'm confused.
Come on, Gadrick. The water.
What?
We'll get the doors. Tia can close the door behind her.
What
See, the
door?
thing is,
Mantis?
the water's going to
Which
keep coming
doors
in.
are you
There's a leak
talking
in this
about?
room.
Ping
You
the
want to
doors
get
you
that
want me to
pump
try to close.
disabled before the water fills up and fries
right.
all the batteries and stuff.
Gotcha. So, which doors do I need to close? Ping them for me, people. Because
I only need to close the door in front of me once we all get in there.
okay. I think I'm tracking. So I'm going to move my 40 feet and ready in action to close the door.
Sounds good to me. Roland.
Fucking hell.
Back in hell.
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at in case Hestia needs help closing the door, and then I'll go. I'll ready an action if she can get through the door, this door to the moon pool with no issue. I'll ready an action to follow it through. I'm just making sure that Hestia gets through before I get through.
Okay, fair enough.
And then Gaddy's got the trigger to close the door behind all of us.
Okay, so Tia, the water's steady filling. You know, you can tell in about 2 rounds this thing is going to be in bad shape.
Okay.
The water does, it does equalize though, so there is that. So the hallway is going to fill with more water, but it's actually keeping this room from flooding faster.
Right, so just haul ass.
Okay. Alright, that's 1 movement. 20, 25, 30 to get in there.
Okay, you're there
2
at
movements.
the at the pump room. Just to tell you what you see when you come in, you see an extremely loud, just massive water pump, just basically filling the whole room. You know, it's connected to the ceiling and the floor with thick steel conduits. Smoke is pouring from the vents along the top of this straining pump. It's trying to pump water, but it's struggling. Okay? All right.
Can you move Mantis 30 feet towards that room?
Sure. Just move Mantis in the room with you.
Can you move me in the room and close the door?
Yes. There we go. Bam. Okay.
That's fucking tea.
All right. Good shit. Now, Morgan, Vincent, Gadrick, Roland, do you want to take an attempt? I just want to ask any of you, do you want to take an attempt at trying to repair this pump, or do you want to hold and let Tia attempt it? I mean,
I literally cannot.
Okay.
I mean, Gadrick's got a decent enough engineer he can try.
Okay.
All I could do was attempt to aid, and that I don't think is an option.
But yeah, like, I think aiding Tia, because I've got a 14 on engineering.
I got a
Tia's
plus
is
4. Let's see.
Higher than that.
I would just use a D30. That'd be my only.
Okay. Here's the thing. Due to the cramped space in here, only one other person besides Tia can be in this room.
Yeah.
There's an obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There
Okay.
you go.
All right. So, I'm gonna skip to Gadrick. Let you move in then. Okay.
And
Go
I
for
auto
it.
aid. Or
Alright.
do you want me to aid Heath, or should I just?
Yeah, you should probably aid, right?
Yeah.
I'll
probably
just
aid.
aid, and you do a D30.
Okay. I'm gonna move Gaddy in the room. Why don't you take a look at the pump? Ooh, look at it.
Ooh, glow.
So impressive.
It's
All
a
right.
nice pump.
All right. So that brings us to Tia. Tia, I need you to roll an engineering check.
Okay. I'm using a inspiration. 30. Okay.
And
Yeah,
Gadrick is aiding on that engineering check, or
Yep.
Tia's going to have to make multiple checks, or y'all gonna have to make multiple checks. So, do you want to aid on this one?
Yes.
Okay,
So should I not use an inspiration on
it's
this?
up to you.
I mean, I don't have enough inspirations. If this takes like 4 successful checks,
I do.
I can't do it.
I do. If you want to trade off and
Yeah,
potentially
we'll-
have
yeah.
me roll higher.
I'm
with a
maxed
D30.
out. So
You can only do 1 engineering check per turn, so Gaddy can continue to aid each check. Right?
Well,
Is that
I
right,
already-
Zach?
Oops.
Well, I'm gonna go into nebulous time for this because it doesn't specify rounds on this. It just specifies things that you need to do. And so I'm gonna assume that you all, since none of you can be in the room, right? Is that okay with you all?
Yeah, I just
If
want
we
to
do
make sure
that,
that Gaddy can aid each of his
I
checks.
will allow
I think
Gaddy
he
to
should
aid
be able
each
to
check.
do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Good deal. So I've got an auto aid
auto
for
aid.
+2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
My bonus is +16. I just rolled a 28 on a D30 for a total of a 46.
Okay. All right. So with that,
Close.
with
I
that,
almost got it.
Tia and Gadrick, you can tell that there are several smaller conduits that have been knocked out of alignment in here. Okay? You can shove them into place, all right? And that's going to take a strength check to do so. Tia, you know with this that if you do shove them into place, that it will stabilize the pump and return it to minimal functionality.
Okay.
However, if you want to get it back to its full capacity, you're going to have to basically restart its software and run some diagnostics and stuff like that with a computer's check.
Far rather do that.
Somebody's got to roll a strength check, and you have to fix this thing first.
Oh, you have to do the strength
Yes.
check. I thought you were
these
presenting me with
conduits are out of place.
Yeah, I
It
thought
doesn't
so
matter.
too.
You can run all the diagnostics you want. It won't make a hill of beans. It won't make a cheek full of beans unless
Neither one
you
of us have
That
strength.
seems
do a
like
strength
it
check.
looks like you're going to need to move to
Morgan
the side.
says,
and let
"Hold on."
Vincent.
Gadrick's got a plus
Stop
20.
it, Morgan. Stop
Oh,
it,
you have a
Morgan.
20. Oh,
Gadrick's a little stocky little dude.
All right,
strong.
Gadrick. Let me get a strength check.
Hey, little guy, but he's
Oh,
strong.
What you got? +2? +3?
+6.
To your
Sorry,
strength?
athletics or
No,
strength?
to your
Your
strength.
range.
Oh,
strength. I got
okay.
plus one. Never mind.
Straight up.
Plus
strength.
one.
Yeah.
I was looking at athletics.
He just pulls those sleeves up, and it's just like almost just bone.
A can of beans falls out.
It's like that ripped Kirby, just round in the middle and then just muscles on the limbs.
Right.
It's just like a roll of polenta.
Well, no, if Vincent needs to get in here because he's strong, I was going off of an athletics,
Right,
check, not
right.
a strength. So if that needs to happen, Gadrick will gladly step out of the way. Not a problem.
Okay,
Do it.
let's do that. Vincent, you squeeze in here.
Mm-hmm.
Tia directs you to what you need to do.
Okay.
I need you to be the big, strong
Tag in Vincent.
dwarven
Yes.
rock for me.
All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Up 23.
20 with a DC 14, brother. I think that gets it.
All
Yeah,
right.
the pump is made out of stone, bro.
Yeah.
You got +2.
Yep, Vincent. So
Stone cunning. Yeah.
you're able to like push and pull and put all of these conduits back into alignment. Give Tia the thumbs up that it's okay. Tia, I'm gonna need you to roll a computers or engineering check if you want to do that. You can do that too. In order to. So we've got the pump. The pump starts making noise like it is working minimally. Okay, it's going to be receding water slowly.
I'm just imagining the scenario. Like we figure some shit out, and then Tia's like, "Gaddy, get out of here! Get Vincent in here! All right, Vincent, punch this thing!" Smacks it, and then she starts beat booping on the diagnostics, and that's a 33 on computers.
Okay, 33. You are definitely able to restart the software, run all the diagnostics, see what's happening. All you got to do is turn it off and back on kind of situation. Stuff starts working right, so the pump kind of whirs to life, and you can hear the visible sounds around the station, right, of water beginning to drain from these pumps. So, by my estimate, okay, that's the water pump done. The struts are repaired. We've saved the station, folks. Congratulations on that. We're going to move out of turn
Really?
order.
That easy?
That easy, dude. That easy.
What is that, like 4 or 5 episodes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Record time. Beat it. Dare you.
All right. So, let's see. Yeah. Yep. Y'all
All
are.
right. We have to find Shan right now.
you take a break maybe instead. No,
We're not allowed.
Well, I've solved all the other pressing issues, so yeah, good time for it.
So,
I think I've been
as you're
chill about
taking
it.
stock of everything that's happening, from down the hallway, you hear the faint, muffled sounds of someone speaking. And about this time, the door opens up into the moon
We
pool.
spent so much time closing that door.
And
Sorry.
you hear a voice that says, I heard heard the pump come on. Maybe Dev did it. I know it damn sure wasn't Zivix that killed those Kalos sitting in the hallway. What the hell's going on in here? And this female Brenary turns the corner, and Roland, you see the familiar face of your old friend Shan, and she takes a look.
It was me, Shan.
At all of you, and she goes, Roland, what the hell are you doing here?
Shan, well, we heard that you were,
I feel like everybody else is just staring, kind of mouths
Just like-
agape.
Like everybody's gotta be like frozen, right?
So we were looking for you because we heard that you were in trouble, and it seems that you are. Hi, by the way. It's been a while.
Yeah, you could
Did he
say
just
that again.
Yeah.
Wait, you were looking for me?
Right, so your mother, it's a long story, but we work for your mother now. This is all my crew. I'll introduce them to you later. She was worried about you. That you had gone missing, and that maybe something was wrong. And well, I just had to come find you, Shan. I had to.
So Shan looks confused for a moment, and then she seems sort of struck with like a grim realization, and she's like, "So that's why I haven't heard from Ma. I bet those company bastards have been screening my comms. Wait, they didn't even let my birthday message come through? Oh man.
Happy birthday.
No, to Ma. Wait, did you wish her a happy birthday?
Of course I did.
I learned Brenary for her birthday.
That's very sweet of you.
This is Hestia.
Yes, I'm Tia.
Oh, right. I'm Shan.
Let's get it.
Tarika's daughter, apparently.
Roland just walks over to Shan and embraces her. Like, all pretense aside, like, there's just relief. And, like, all this awkwardness, he just, like, kind of shakes himself off and walks over.
You should be ashamed of yourself for that one. You should be ashamed of yourself for that sidebar comment that disrupted everything.
He got me.
He's red-faced. He's red-faced. Look at him.
Roland walks over to Shan and just hugs her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, she looks a little surprised or what, but she hugs you back. It's good to see you, Rolly. I guess I owe you some thanks, huh?
No, it's the least I can do. I've missed you, and I'm glad that you're all right. I was very concerned, as was your mother. But Edgecourt, Shan, Edgecourt.
Yeah. Listen. Have a seat. Everybody, just have a seat. The water is receding. All the readings, and she takes her personal comm unit, saying that the situation's looking stable. So, and she shouts back into the hallway, "Kaya, will you do a personnel check? Find out where Righteous is."
Dev is in the raw room, and he ran into Shivix in the bunks.
Okay. Birshay?
Birshay, I believe, is out in the water.
Yep, Birshay's having a great time.
Okay, of course she is. And Kaya's with me. That's it's everybody. I don't know where Righteous is. Maybe Kaya can find him. All right. Okay. All right. We've got to get up to speed, Rolly. All right. So first of all, who are you? Everybody?
Right. All right. So this is the crew of the Independence. I have my own ship now. I got a great crew. This is Gadrick. He's the pilot. One of the best in the galaxy.
Well,
no, it's true. He is. This over here is Vincent.
Oi.
He is a rock of the crew.
It's a rock.
Right.
This is Hestia. You've already kind of met. She is our engineer, and that's their drone Mantis. And this is Morgan.
Moving on. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean,
Don't worry
Shan
about
raises an
Morgan.
eyebrow at the way you said that. Like, hi, Morgan. I'm Shan.
Hi, Shan. So nice to meet you. Yeah, there's a awful lot of craziness going on around here, but well, we're here to help.
Yes. So, as I said, your mother reached out to us once communication stopped, and of course I had to come check on you. And I hear that you've been stirring up a bit of trouble down here. Yes.
Well,
as you do.
yeah, Roland, I gotta tell you, I and then she kind of cuts herself off. No, there was a drill failure, and at this point, Roland, you something like Shan was about to tell you something, and cut herself off and stopped herself. So. Everyone, if you want to, you can roll a sense motive check. Roland, you can roll this with a +5.
Okay. $22.
Okay.
32.
Okay.
28.
17.
Okay.
18.
All right. Those of you who, rolled decently, okay, you get the sense that, that Shan feels like she is responsible for the drill manufacturing. However, or the drill malfunction. You don't know why, but you just get this sense that she feels responsible, right? She's in charge here on the station. She feels responsible. You're not sure why. So you may want to ask her about it. However, I will say that you all also have seen several instances that indicate to you that EdgeCorp was using cut rate materials, cutting corners, and manufacturing these stations as cheaply as possible.
Yeah. Roland knows Shan pretty well, and knows that at least when they knew each other, she was a bit of an environmentalist, and that's why he's kind of perplexed about why she's here, and kind of picks up on her cutting herself off, and so he quickly changes the subject before anybody can press her on it. Says, right, so that's all of the crew then, the ones that you listed off. That's the whole crew that's down here.
Right.
I suggest that, do you all have ways to get to the surface?
Yeah, we do.
Is there anything that you need to collect of personal effects here? I guess is, with all these malfunctions, does it make sense for us to leave this lab? We did take care of some Kalo who were here presumably to deal with whatever was happening here, so I don't know if we can expect company anytime soon, but we should assume that more are coming.
Yeah, those two bodies that are laying in the hallway now, they came down here earlier, and they questioned my crew, and then they tried to get me to come back to Alicia with them, and I'm starting to think that the plan was for me to get lost along the way.
I'm sure.
And she sort of shakes off a sudden chill. She says, "Listen, Roland, I'm I can't leave yet. I'm not going home. I'm not about to leave and let this company get away with genocide. And Roland, you start to see some of that old spark that you remember from Shan. But then she pauses and she takes a deep breath and she calms herself and listens. She says, listen, I actually could use your help. The company aren't the only sapient species living on this world.
Right.
Come with me. And she is going to lead you all up. I'm going to grab you all. Are y'all going to come with Shan? I'm assuming you're going to come.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, immediately after hearing there's another sapient species, like, Hestia's in it.
Yeah,
Kai is out
genocide is
searching.
kind of a big word, so...
Exactly, right? So she leads you all to the conference room.
Can we
okay?
get that picture of Shan blown up?
Oh, yeah! Yeah, you sure can. There's a way I can do that. I don't remember how.
Right click the token, and then there's like a little picture button.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, should players.
Oh my god, it's
Look
Shan!
at
Utterly
that cutie.
adorable.
She looks remarkably like her mother. Shocker, you know? She's an otter.
What a cutie. Morgan is jealous.
Okay.
It's funny
So-
how little they are otter people. It's like, they're just otter.
They're just otters. They're just otters.
Yeah. Sapient otters.
Otters.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, she said, okay, let me show you this. And she starts rapidly, punching through menus on a wall console, and it brings up in the center table, of the room, like a holographic projection, right? And you see this slowly rotating model of a species identical to the little catfish tadpole
little fish
thing
buddy!
that you saved, Morgan, that you released. And she says, meet the Aglians. Give the company another year here, and their history.
Did you? Okay, I gotta pause you for a second. Shan said that this was another sapient species.
Another sapient species.
Okay. Go ahead with the presentation. I'm very curious about these sapient fish.
Okay.
Morgan can't not smile. Like, they're trying really hard not to just, full cheese it. But, they're keeping it respectful and very demure, but also, you see,
Mindful.
the little mindful. But they're also like,
Hestia's lost because she wasn't
yeah.
around for the fish snafu.
Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, continue with the presentation.
She just says, do you all remember? Did you see that giant hole in the reef on your way in?
Yes, of course.
You think that's good for the ecosystem? Just pump it full of mutagen and sever it from its lifeblood? And then she catches herself. Sorry. That's actually not the half of it. This boat and all of the other Terra bases run on power cells that the company harvests from the seaweed forests. The same forest that the Aglians live in, if I'm right.
Shan, if I'm to understand correctly, you took this job to infiltrate Edge Corp's goings-on here?
Yeah, Rowan, what's the problem?
No problem. I'm just incredibly proud.
Well, thank you. Does that mean you'll help me?
Of course, Shan.
Okay, well then, let me get you up to speed on the Aglians, okay?
Yes.
So, first of all, from the research that I've done, the Aglians aren't sapient in the way that you or I understand it. On their own, they're limited to a single concept. However, if enough of them school together, they form this kind of neural network that's just as thinking and feeling as you or me. I've watched them investigate Terra 5. They swarm together into these individual schools, and then they separate and reform into different groups. It's hard to explain, but I've seen proof that they can think and reason and plan. But now I just gotta prove it to the rest of the galaxy.
Excuse me, I just have to go find a shoe to eat real quick.
Morgan, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, you had direct contact with one.
Yeah. Morgan, like, it makes more sense now because in theory there should have been a more if I was talking to a species that I'm more familiar with, I would have known how to communicate, right? But like, because what Shan's saying is like it was limited, it makes a lot more sense. So it's like, okay, so that's where a lot of the confusion was. That's very interesting. I am excited to see what like a school of these creatures can do together. Honestly though, Morgan is just really a little fired up by Shan. Like, they get why Roland's kind of because there's a lot of passion in that excitement about protecting environments and stuff. So like, Morgan kind of gets it. Like, okay.
Okay. All right. Do y'all have any questions to ask Shan thus far? Is what I want to know.
So we had a bit of a run-in with one of the, I'm sorry, with Aglians?
Aglian. Yes.
Aglian.
We did?
So you were in the other room, Tia, but we, there was a large...
I feel like we told you about it over times, but maybe not. I don't know.
You were
feel
also
like you
pretty
did.
busy with Verche, I think.
Saving the station.
Saving the station. You know, there's a lot going on there. We've actually encountered one. It was in captivity, and we released it. So maybe that will garner some good favor with the Aglians, then. Aglians, sorry.
You met that one. I was trying to talk to it, but it's.
They released him into the ocean.
That's for the best. This station is a goner.
Except we just saved it.
Yeah, is it?
One way or another, it's still an Edge Corp property.
That's true.
Nothing good will come of it.
Wait, I'm sorry, guys. I missed something that you said. I was trying to read ahead, and I missed some critical piece of information because I'm confused. What did Morgan say that I'm not catching?
What are you confused about?
What's Edge Corp property?
The lab.
Station.
Yeah, the
you,
lab.
said, you said the
Yeah.
station's a goner, and
the
we were like,
station's
is
a goner.
Because
Yeah,
we
sorry.
just fixed it.
Right, but I mean, it's gonna have to be pulled up and repaired, right? It's not gonna, you got multiple rooms that are completely busted, right?
Yeah.
The drill is hanging through one of the capsules.
Like,
Sure.
it's not an imminent danger of
It's not an
cascade
imminent danger of
failure,
collapsing,
but-
right? But
yeah.
it's no longer functional or
Correct.
operational,
yeah.
right?
Got it.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Now that we clarified that, where was
The
I?
station's a goner.
Station's a
Station's
goner.
gone. Turns out, station's goner.
Okay.
It's gone.
All right. So, here's my plan. I am going to head to the source. I'm going to try to make contact with the Aglians. And I'm also going to try to get evidence that the company is destroying their homes. The company harvester down there eating up those seaweed forests ain't camera shy. And I think I can get good evidence of that.
Yes.
If I can get enough proof and somehow get it to the Xeno Wardens, maybe they'll be able to put enough public pressure on the board of directors to shut this whole operation down. And the more evidence and witnesses there are, the better. So, I've kept track of Aglian sightings as we crawled over this particular reef. They always come from roughly the same direction, and there were more of them at a certain point a few hundred miles back. That's not too far from what these grunts around here call the Shadow Sea. a stretch of ocean whose waters are too dark to really be natural, even at this depth.
Roland looks at Vincent. It'll be okay.
Fuck me, dude.
Would this ominous stretch of ocean be full of bioluminescent squid monsters?
I don't know, Tia, but that's not going to stop me. Is it going to stop you?
Oh, god dang.
That depends on how many there are.
I certainly need, make plans around that, if that's the case.
Well, Shan, do you have any sort of vehicles that we can use? We have a few, but not enough for all of us, and our sub was set upon by more of these EdgeCorp Callows and associates. Is there a way for us to traverse this Shadow Sea?
Well, we can certainly borrow those Kalos, or those Kalos, wave cutters. They won't be needing them. And I'm going to send the rest of the crew back topside. It's me that EdgeCorp wants. They know I'm the troublemaker, and I'm going to be a troublemaker.
As you do, Shan, as you do. And I will say, Morgan, with your sense of motive, you can sense some very conflicting emotions in Roland. He's always been enamored with Shan's sense of justice and go get him attitude. She's not afraid of anything. But he's always also been really afraid for her because that gets her into trouble. And this is also just reminding him of how they separated in a lot of negative ways. So you see him kind of getting excited about this passion, you can definitely tell that that's what drew Roland to Shan in the first place. But you also see this nervousness that she can be a bit reckless, and Roland's kind of looking at the rest of the crew okay, yeah, we'll help you do this, but also she's got these plans of taking all this information to the board of EdgeCorp, and Roland doesn't feel that's a good idea. That puts such a huge target on her and everybody else.
She said
she's taken to the Xeno Wardens.
Xeno Wardens.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that they can, But
yeah,
no,
but
still,
I understand, Roland. I mean,
yeah.
she's asking you to go, essentially to a pitch black forest, super deep under the ocean, to make contact with a hitherto unknown species, as well as gather direct video evidence of a company harvester destroying these forests. I mean,
for what it's worth, Roland is not afraid of the ocean part of it. He's
afraid
more
of the company
concerned.
backlash.
Yeah, because we have that experience with EdgeCorp that Shan hasn't experienced yet. She's obviously worked for EdgeCorp, but she's in the middle of the first time of feeling like EdgeCorp could hurt her. And we are very familiar with that already. You know what I mean? And so he's definitely going to help her. He feels like he owes it to her because he didn't help her the last time, and he left. He left her to do it by herself. So he definitely feels an obligation to do it, but he also feels an obligation to his crew and just a worry about, he knows how deep Shan will step into shit, and that's on his mind, that weighs on him, He's not thinking about not helping her, but he's just anxious about it.
Yeah. Well, it's it's different if it was just you. Now it's you and the crew. So, yeah.
Shan continues on. She says, listen, I have to do this. I have to make things right. It's my fault that this station messed up in the first place, and I have to make this right. And if I can stop this genocide, then it'll all be worth it.
Roland looks at Shan square in the eye, make sure that Shan's looking at him, and he says, I have to make things right too. We'll help you. I'll help you.
She looks at you hard in the eyes, gives you a good long knowing look, and has 1,000 different micro expressions flash across her face, as she's just sorting out, the real meat behind this statement. And she says, I'm really glad you're here, Roland. Thanks for coming.
He's just kind of, of course, yes. I'm glad that you are alive and kicking as you always do, Shan.
Okay, well, if there are no other questions, get your stuff together. I'm going to send my crew on their way. I'm going to pack up, and let's get ready to go.
As we're kind of like we're all kind of like, yes. Morgan would kind of try and not draw a whole lot of attention, but just say, can I show you something very quickly? You said something earlier that's not true.
Yeah. Come with me. Morgan, right? Morgan?
Yes.
Okay. And Shan leads you into the bunk room where she starts packing up. She's like, basically, you got to walk and talk because she's on a mission. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When she starts packing up, it is just you and Zivix. Zivix will be off doing his own thing. Don't worry about him.
As kind of like as she turns to pack, do you mind if I touch you, share some information with you via touch?
Oh, were you like a telepath or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Roland, he's like in the doorway.
Oh, you just followed us?
Kind of like slinkly followed, and like you didn't realize that he's like leaning in the doorway.
He's all being all shady and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want these two by themselves in a room together.
I say yes. They're an empath. Very good one.
Roland, where did you come? Okay.
Hestia's leaning over Roland's shoulder and Mantis over Hestia's shoulder, and Hestia's wearing her Captain Roland t-shirt over her armor.
Gadrick is standing under Roland's legs.
Yes.
Everybody's
Is Vincent also
lurking.
peeking in on this?
Yes.
Vincent just comes army crawling up and is just like at the very bottom, like, what's up?
Okay.
Vincent like baseball slides between Daddy's legs, between the captain's legs, and ends up like on his side, arm propped up, you know?
Okay,
I'm gonna
well,
need the art for
everybody's
that
here.
stat.
Is
We're just all in the doorway.
Yeah.
We're not even in the room. We're just all looking in the doorway.
They're a lot of fun. Here you go. And Morgan would just kind of take her hand real quick and do a mind link with all of the information that they had gathered from like finding out how shitty the construction things and how many corners had been cut, like really pour all of that information. And honestly, a little bit of everything, like the dragon, the business dragon, and the other, like just kind of putting our whole little experience that we've gotten here so that she can see the big picture. And then once all of that's been conveyed, Morgan would say, whatever has happened here, it's not your fault. You know this. We're going to help you, but know that we're not helping you fix your mistake.
Okay, first of all, Morgan, take a big, huge dirty 30 for that.
Oh, well,
Well
thank
done.
you. Okay.
Well done. So, as you're relaying
No, I'm
all this
maxed out. I
information-
can't,
Oh,
but
you're
thank you.
maxed out? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's too bad. I'll
Man,
take it.
all right.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Y'all, I'm trying, man.
I know.
Don't say I'm not offering
You
these
are.
things
You're
to
doing
you,
it.
okay?
You're
Who
doing it.
said that?
Ain't none of us.
I gotta be using them dirty 30s, guys.
Yeah.
Roland's like in your little show that you put in Shan's mind. Did you include that you were holding on to their cred sticks for them so they wouldn't drown?
Are you fucking serious right now?
God damn.
Actually, no, that was going to be a bit of a surprise, Captain, but you love
Oh, I'm
ruining
sorry.
surprises, don't you? And they would pull them out and say, here you go. And in
You dirty dick bastard.
Yep,
like
in their
throwing
mind.
Morgan under
Yep.
the bus like that?
Yep.
You know what that's called?
Just try.
I wasn't trying to throw
You
her
know
under
what
the
that's
bus.
called? It's different game, but that's some lawful stupid energy right there.
Okay.
Okay, does Shan hear this whole exchange? Are y'all saying this like
I mean-
out and loud?
Yeah, the guy, he can't communicate telepathically.
Right.
I was not at all trying to indicate that we stole it. right? Like, I wasn't trying to, like, shadily, like, throw Morgan or anybody under the bus. Like, he was, like,
that
legit.
was totally the
just
vibe I got. Sorry.
I know. That's not what I meant.
Okay.
I was, like,
Trying to force Morgan to be honest.
Yeah, like, now, Morgan might know that Roland was, like, kind of checking you guys a little bit, but Roland would not at all try to impart to Shan that you guys were trying to be shady. You know what I mean? Like...
Okay. All right. So Shan's like, thanks?
You're welcome.
Can I... You know what? On behalf of the crew, for saving the station and for your honesty, just take it. I don't want this corpo money anyway.
Oh, all right. We'll take that so that you don't have to... I wouldn't want you to suffer with having this. Thank you.
Roland, you're a good man and an honest one, and I've always appreciated that about you.
Thank you.
Don't spend it all in one place, okay?
Can't make any promises. There were some really cool looking tea shops earlier I saw. Let's get down to business. Can I help you pack?
Yes, absolutely. So, Shan packs up. She outside of your purview, she has a conversation with her crew privately to let them know, what is going on. When she comes back to report to you, she says, well, Birshay found righteous. He's no longer with us. So, they're all going to go back up. Their story is to deny any involvement of me, of you, anything that's going on. But we need to go now.
Could I please get a short rest?
I was going to say, in the time that she is having that conversation, if you all wanted to get a short rest, you could absolutely take a short rest. Yeah.
Definitely.
Do anything that would take 10 minutes. I feel like 10 minutes is a good amount of time,
Yeah.
I think subtly, like, not trying to be super invasive, but telepathically, Hestia would just, to Shan, just be like, I'm sorry for your loss.
She nods. I mean, you can tell it's like, she is feeling that loss, right? Because this was her crew. She knows that she is not responsible. I didn't even get the chance to respond to that, by the way. That will successfully convince Shan that she is not responsible, and in fact, it would actually infuriate her. That the company was doing all of these things, and putting her and her crew's life at risk just to save a few extra dollars. A few extra credits, right? So that would certainly infuriate her, and you would pick up on that. But she would be grateful for you having gathered this evidence, and for her, it's just more ammunition to use against the company when she goes live with all of this. But she is, if nothing else, she is persistent, and she's like, all right, we have to go. Let's do this for Righteous. And she will head to the moon pool where the rest of the crew is suiting up, preparing to leave. They've got ways off. Shan has her, she's gonna put her wetsuit on. She's Bernary, she can hold her breath, but it's still, the wetsuit and the atmosphere, environmental protections or whatever are gonna give her more time underwater and everything like that. You will have enough vehicles because you've got extra wave cutters that the Kalos had. You've got the ones that you stole, and you've got Mantis. So you'll all be able to plot a course out to the Shadow Sea. And you hop down to the moon pool, take a dive out of Terra 5 for the last time, and we'll see you.
I am glad to be done with that place.
Yeah, we're out of Terra 5, man. It's nothing but the wide open sea from here on.
Out from Terra 5 into terrifying. Nailed it.
That's pretty good, actually. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I think that's a solid one.
That'll do.
Thanks for listening to the STF Network. If you want to hear more from us, check out our other Starfinder and Pathfinder shows at the stfnetwork.com. That's the stfnetwork.com. And support us on Patreon to listen to our bonus podcast, including our homebrew adventures and Tom Talks, our behind-the-scenes show. Stay groovy, possums.